When you are kind of career stuck, you're not getting further, or you're having difficulties bouncing back towards not really finding that dream job, is getting another qualification, another certificate, another degree gonna help you, gonna improve your advantages at job hunting market? This is what I will break down today. Now, the reason this topic come up, it's several times within our WeChat group. Now, if you haven't joined our WeChat group, if you like to talk about your career or share about your career concern in Chinese, or join that feeling of the community, do join our WeChat account. Otherwise, join our Facebook account, which is in English, where we will be sharing more lives, more on a weekly basis with more insights. Anyway, so it come up several times in different groups of my clients asking if they should get another degree. Some of them even thinking to pause their career, like having a complete stop on their career to get another degree, to get another maybe bachelor, maybe master, or maybe just another certificate, or maybe just another qualification for their career. Now, I will use 3 questions to ask you and to help you to answer this question to yourself, whether you should get that extra qualification, whether that extra qualification is going to help you to get to where you really want to go in your career. Now, the first question, which is the most crucial question, if you can answer this, if you have the clarity of this, it would avoid you having all the detours, all the pains, or making that wrong decision, not just for your qualification, but for all other career choices in your life anyways, which is, do you have that clarity of your career path? Do you know exactly where you want to go, how you want to achieve, and where you're going to be within short term, maybe in 3 to 6 months, and also long term, 3 to 5 years for your career? So the reason a lot of my clients ask this question is either they are trying to look for a job in the market when the market is not behaving well, or they feel like they don't have too much advantages compared to other candidates in the market, so they want to have something extra to make themselves stand out, right? To have that extra qualification. Or they could be clients, they're already working probably in the middle of their career, and they want to get that next step. They want to step up to the next step of their career ladder. They want to step up their game, they want to get a promotion, they want to have a pay rise, they want to become the next level senior who may be in charge of a bigger projects, doing more challenging work, having more subordinates, or just generally going to the next level of their job title. Again, comes back to what do you want for your career. If you have that absolute clarity of you wanting, let's say the next step for you, it's really becoming a senior of what you're doing. Obviously, you will need to be more senior you will need to ask yourself, what do you need to be a senior? It could be skills, it could be the kind of clients that you're dealing with, it could be the kind of the projects or the cases that you're dealing with, it could be the different levels of contribution you're making to the company. To what extent, when it increases, you will get the next level anyways, and then you will look back. So is qualification really in that list? Is qualification really one of the most important thing on the priority list? Maybe, maybe no. So again, having that clarity for yourself, but you also need to look at what the market, what your company, what your department, what the employers are looking for, which comes to my second point, which is the second question. Do you know your competitive edge? Do you know your strengths in the job market, in your company, in your particular role? What is your value as the employee? What is your value as a candidate, or what is your value in your department, in your field of work? How much can you contribute? How much value can you bring onto the table? These are the things, if you know very clearly, again, it helps you to answer the question, do you need an extra qualification? Now, again, as I mentioned, you do need to know the market as well, right? What is the employer looking for? I can give you several examples. For example, for some specific industries like accounting, like finance, like IT, a qualification sometimes maybe the knocking door, like it could be just the door to getting you into that job. For example, RJ146 if you are serving individual clients, and for example, for people who are working as an accountant and getting a CA or CPA, it's definitely going to get you into the door. But is it going to help you to get promoted? Is it really going to help you to get a better pay? Is it really going to help you to get to the next level? There's a question mark. So these are the qualifications that may help you, but may not necessarily help your next step go. So again, it comes back to, what does the employer need for the next step. Is a qualification or certificate or a degree the only thing, the most necessary thing, or is there other things on the list that employers do really care as well? As we all know, I do have clients in other countries, in America, in a lot of Asian countries. Employers do have different focuses, but in Australia it's so obvious that all the job ads answers your question. Experience prevails everything. Experience is much more important than just the qualification. Of course, down the stage, it's good to have that qualification, but experience is more important, right? And also, different employers may have focus on different things. Some employers maybe have they care about the type of clients you have. They may care about whether you really know the industry trend. Do you know the industry insights, or do you have a bigger vision, or do you understand how the business runs? These things could be on top of the list rather than just qualification. Qualification may be just one little component. So here you want to ask yourself, what's the most efficient way? What's the most efficient resources that once you gathered, you will get yourself into a career goal compared to qualification? The answer lies in the job ad or your chat or interview when you're talking to the employer. They will tell you the answer, so you can better decide from that point. And the third tips and the third question to you is, what is the cost, or what is the opportunity cost for you to get that qualification? Now, going back to the examples I've given before, a lot of the times, if you do have that intention to study extra towards your field of expertise, a lot of the company are happy to provide you the support to study CA, CPA, CFA on the side, so you can be more equipped for your job. More importantly, the whole reason they employ you is probably not just because of the qualification. The very fact that a lot of my clients, actually 3 or 5 of them, did negotiated the company to provide on-job training, on-job study supply. It could be study leave, it could be extra tuition subsidies for them to study CA or CFA on the job, for some IT certificate as well on the job. When they are getting employed. That totally answers the question. You don't necessarily need to have that qualification before you get into the job. It's just a value add. So it goes back to, what is the cost for you to completely stop your career or study on the side another degree to sharpen your competitive edge? What is the opportunity cost as well for you to using that time doing something else? You could be at the same time doing a side project. You could be talking to your manager, finding out ways to really get promoted. You could be negotiating a better deal with other companies to come up with study supplies. So that's the 3 tips for you to answer yourself, and it will, I believe, answer your question. Do you need that extra qualification? Is that necessarily the number one? And is it worth your time, effort, and what kind of way to invest it in that way as well? Maybe you eventually find out it's a plus, but you can do it on the side. You can do it on, say, like a distance study, online study. Meanwhile, you can still utilize the time for other things, to get more experience, to get more, to apply for more jobs maybe. That should answer your question, and I hope you find it useful. Do leave a like, subscribe to our channel, join our Facebook group for more live and shares, and also be in the community as well. I do invite you to just follow us to find out how we can better help you, even just in our group. Otherwise, I'll see you next video. Bye.